Hey guys, sorry for the weird lighting, but I'm back. And I'm back at my mom's house living the best life. Well, anyways, I'm actually very grateful that I'm back at my mom's house. So today I thought we would do a hydrate with me. Sorry for all the earthy people. This is a plastic bottle, but at least it has water in it, so H2O. So I thought about it. And people like to do shots or drink with me videos or whatever, so I thought I would do a hydrate with me. Every time I say Disney or World of Disney, those are kind of like my keywords. I don't know what you want to call them, but yeah. Or if you just get thirsty while watching, take a sip. I also thought maybe some of you guys will need it because it is the weekend, so y'all might need some water. I'm gonna do a video explaining why I only lasted a month at the Disney College program. So a little backstory about it is that I actually did a program back in 2015, and it is an internship with Disney while you are in school and college. And it is paid, not the best, but you still get paid. It's really good for people that want to, climb the ladder and stick with Disney and work with them. It's a really good opportunity. And even if you don't want to be part of the company, not gonna lie, not really me, it's still a really good experience and it looks really good on a resume. So definitely try it out. Don't let what I say go to you. Be open-minded, have fun. Just a little disclaimer. Disney, this is a sue-free video. We like to keep it that way. I'm not here to bash Disney. I'm not here to, put a bad name or bad word about them. This is just about my experience. I love the company still. I'm still gonna watch all the Disney movies. I'm still gonna buy all the Disney merch. Just working at Disney is probably not the best cards for me at the moment, but who knows? Maybe I'll go back. I don't know. Let's get on to my story or explanation. So I did a program back in 2015, like I said, and that was the Fall Advantage. So that was from May till the New Year's. My original role, there's a reason why I'm telling you the backstory. My original role was quick service, so that's like food service, and I worked at All Star Movies, and it was a really good role. I liked it, nothing bad. If you're used to working with food service with any types, like Noodles and Company, Burger King, McDonald's, any type of food service, it'll be a good role. You'll be used to it, and it's very fast paced because it's Disney, so there's a lot of, guests coming in and out. I liked it. It wasn't bad. I've only had problems with my back, so that's my own personal issue. I have health problems with my back. I was doing a lot of heavy lifting with garbage and coffee, so it was not a good fit for me. I was in a pain from that because I have chronic back pain. I always have pain. It's just how much I can tolerate it or how much I cannot. And with this role specifically, I could not handle it that well with the pain. Luckily, I did an accommodation letter. And that's where you as a CP or cast member, anyone can do this. So if you have any disability or accommodation you will need because of physical disability, mental disability I think can count, any type of accommodation you may need. It's a form that you fill out. You have to send it to your doctor as well, and they have to fill it out. And this is a doctor that has to know you and seen you more than once, knows your condition and whatever. They fill it out, and then you guys, it's a combined document thing, send it to Disney, and depending on that, they may or may not change your role and or location, or just your location depending on the role or whatever. So because of that, I got transferred to Emporium at Magic Kingdom, and I just noticed I haven't been taking my sips, so cheers. I did 3 larger sips because I said Disney a lot, so cheers. I got transferred to Magic Kingdom at the Emporium, and not gonna lie, that's a lot of people's dream role and location. That's a merchandise role, and that's selling toys, clothes, whatever else Disney merch, and it's a really fun role. And luckily that was not hard on my back, and my pain wasn't bad enough so I can still do my job, and I really enjoyed it. So that program was really good. Back to this current program, 2019, I got accepted for the fall. So this one was from August till January 2nd, I believe. I was excited, not gonna lie, I just graduated, so I wanted a little more time to figure out you know, what I'm going to do next after Disney and to find my big girl job and whatever. So I wanted a little extra time, not gonna lie. And it's Disney, hello. So I applied, I got accepted, and I got accepted for merchandise again. My original location was All Star Music at Maestro Mickey's, their little gift shop at their resort, and I was so excited because I'm going back to my home location technically. If you don't know, All-Star Resorts, there's 3 themes: music, movies, and sports. So original one I was at movies, but this time I got located at the music one, which is like right next door. It's exact same, just different theming. I was excited. I was way more than okay with it. Yeah, I had no problems working at a resort. So I went through casting, which is your normal fingerprinting, answering any extra questions, filling out any extra paperwork you may need to for the company. And then we had some time in between till traditions. So I'm in Florida, by the way, when this is happening. I'm really bad explaining. And traditions is like an orientation for welcome to the company situation. So I had a little bit of time between casting and traditions. I didn't think anything of it. And then I got a phone call. Once you do an accommodation letter and Disney finds out about it and they figure out what to do with you, you get a person that's called an advocate. So this person helps out with, just in case if you do need to change roles or location or whatever, or need more accommodation, they're there to be your advocate to help and talk to other higher ups or whoever has to go through, and they help you with your accommodation. I'm gonna name mine Susie. Susie calls me and she told me that the location, Maestro Mickey's, is not going to be able to accommodate me. I got kind of sad, not gonna lie, because I was very excited. I was like, okay, then what's next? And she told me that I'm currently do not have a location, but she is currently looking for one for me, and I may have to switch a role again. She said that I might have to be switched to quick service, and she asked me if I was okay with that. And normally I would be like, that's fine. But I was confused because obviously the first time they switched me from quick service to merchandise because of all the heavy lifting. So I, kindly told her about that. And I don't think she was my advocate for my first program. And even if she was, obviously there's no way of remembering me specifically from 4 years ago. I don't blame her there. So I told her I'm not comfortable with it because of all the heavy lifting and whatever. So she's like, okay, I'll try and make sure to look for more merchandise stuff. She'll call me back in a couple days when she finds out something. I was anxious, not gonna lie, because obviously I don't even have a location anymore and I might not even be in a merchandise role anymore. I'm gonna just take another drink because I'm not feeling hydrated, so cheers. She calls me like a day or two after and she said, good news, we found a new location for you and you are still gonna be in merchandise. So I'm like, whew, we're good, okay, great. So where's my new location? And she said it's at World of Disney at Disney Springs. And I was like, thank you so much, because honestly, I was just so happy that I was still in merchandise. Not gonna lie, I've heard some really bad things about World of Disney from other YouTubers that I watched, and just from what I've heard around with other cast members and stuff. So I was a little bit nervous, but I still went in with an open mind because obviously I'm gonna see what's up. Not gonna lie, gonna do my own little investigation, see how it is, but I was still very excited because obviously I'm still in merchandise, so I was very grateful for that. Not gonna lie, Disney Springs is not my top choice of places I wanted to work, mostly because obviously it's not a theme park. I have grown to love it a lot. I do love Disney Springs. There's really good shopping options and food options, especially for food. So if you're a big foodie person, save all your coins, save all your money, and try out all the really good food because there's so many food options you can try, and drinks obviously. If you're 21 or above, top notch. I had my 21st birthday there actually back in my first program, so fun fact. Well anyways, I wasn't too mad I got Disney Springs, and I like that it's open to the public, so you don't have to buy a ticket to go into Disney Springs. It's just like a big outlet mall, but obviously better. And I'm happy that it was still a Disney store because I would have been so mad, no offense. I'm not much of a Marvel fan because I don't know anything about it really. I haven't watched a lot of movies. I did like Captain America though. Is that what it is? Captain Marvel. There it is. But Captain America is another one, but I haven't seen it. But I did like Captain Marvel, the movie. I would have been really mad if I got there as my home location because I don't know anything about it. And like the NBA place, the basketball place. I like basketball, but I don't know anything about it. So I was so happy I got a Disney merch store, and they have like a wide variety of merchandise with characters, so it's not just one specific theme. I came into it with an open mind. I was so excited, and when I noticed at the store, I'm like, I'm home. It feels so bad to say this, but I felt home because one good thing that World of Disney did do well is I did see a lot of diversity of people with disabilities, and obviously just diverse people in general, but with disabilities. So I saw people in wheelchairs, walkers, canes, service dogs. I saw a lot of them there, which I saw way more here at World of Disney than I ever did at the Emporium. I just noticed it a lot more at World of Disney, so I'm like, yeah, okay, I feel at home. It sounds weird to say, but like, you know, I'm not like the only one. My thing is, my disability, I guess, if you say, I don't like the word, but it is what it is. It's not, like it is physical, but it's not, like you can't see it right away. So like I don't have a walker, I'm not in a wheelchair, I don't have a cane, I don't have a service dog. So it's not like, oh yep, Elena, she, you know, has back issues. It's not noticeable. So my thing is, I don't know how to say this. I don't think anyone knew about my accommodation and my back issues, and if they did, they didn't say anything about it, at least to me. I would have appreciated if someone came up and was, you know, nice about it. It's like, hey Elena, we noticed you have an accommodation. Just let us know if you need help with anything, or if there's anything we can change to make you feel more comfortable or whatever. That would have been great. No one did that, and that's fine. It's weird to say like, yeah, I'm asking for accommodation, but I'm not asking for special treatment, if you know what I mean. And I just didn't want to go up and make it a big deal because it's not. Like, it is what it is, and I can still work. At least I thought. We'll get to that. So I didn't say anything either, but that's, you know, that's on me. I should have said something at least to someone, at least to one of the leaders or coordinators. If you don't know, those are the like management of the team. So there's leaders, coordinators, and then the rest of the cast members. And I'm going to take a drink because I said World of Disney a couple times. I'm going to see if I drink, you know, the rest of the bottle by the end of this video. That's where I take ownership. I should have said something to at least one or two of the leaders that I felt comfortable with, or coordinator that I felt comfortable with. I didn't, mostly because I don't like attention on me, and I just didn't want to make a big deal. Looking hindsight, I should have said something to at least someone. We did training, and at work, I didn't do anything strenuous, but for some reason, magically, when I got to Disney, my pain got worse. So like I said, I always have pain. It just depends on how much I can tolerate it. So this past summer, it got really bad, but it wasn't so bad that I couldn't do anything. Here at Disney, it got really bad, so I took medicine, and even then, like, it didn't work. So even at training, we were just standing there listening to the trainers and, you know, watching and get to practice a little bit of what to do at work. We were just standing and I was still in pain. I was very disappointed because I'm like, well, I'm not even doing anything. I took medicine and I'm in this much pain. This sucks. So that's already a red flag for me. The thing with my pain is, so it's like the nervous system. It's like a pinched nerve kind of. It affects my back and then affects my legs. So with my legs fall asleep right away. Sometimes they feel like they're on fire. Sometimes it feels like electricity is going through. And then it's kind of a weird, I don't know how else to describe it, but for my back, it literally feels like someone's like squishing down on it. Like, it's weird. I don't know, that's the best way I can describe it. That's what I've been going through when I'm just standing there. I'm not even doing anything. And one time we were backstage where we're not in front of the guests and stuff, we're behind the scenes. We were in the closet area with clothes, and it must have been like a slow day, and we must have like learned everything we had to do because there was nothing else the trainer could teach us. So we just talked about random things, and then I noticed there was a chair there, so I just asked him, you know, nicely if I could sit down. And he's like, I don't think so, it's probably not the best look or whatever. And I was disappointed, but I didn't say anything, and I, obviously just stood there with the rest of the people. And it's not his fault. Like, he didn't know about my back issues, so like I'm not blaming this trainer at all. Like, no. I should have maybe said something once again, but didn't want to make a big scene in front of everyone. I just felt really awkward when he said no, and then obviously everyone saw that because I was with 2 other girls. But once again, it's not his fault. He had no clue about my back issues, so not blaming him at all. And that's just training. Like I said, that's the first red flag I had. We graduated from training, and that like took a week, so it's not bad. It's not a long length. We, got to start working on our own, and that was really fun. I liked it a lot. The only thing is my back and legs. So here's the thing. I noticed I was getting a lot of longer shifts, and a lot of my fellow cast members, CPs even, were getting shorter shifts. And I got some shorter ones, and I was very appreciated when I did. But like one of those shifts was literally 10 hours and 50 minutes. And I had to call out because there's no way I could do that, especially when medicine doesn't even work. And yes, you do get breaks. The breaks were very nice. I at least got 2 half-hour breaks, which blessed. Yeah, that's a good break. But even with my breaks, it still didn't help with my back and legs. And I noticed even with my 6-hour shifts, 6.5, 7-hour shifts, 8-hour shifts, I was still in pain, even in my 6-hour shifts. And that's like the minimum shift I think they can give you as a CP. So when you're a college program person, intern, I guess, you are required to work full-time hours. So you're a full-time cast member. That's what they signed, and that's what you signed up for too. So I knew that, but obviously I didn't think it was going to be this bad. It was getting really hard. I still, went through it. I worked and did my shifts, and I was smiling through my pain. I still did what I had to do, but I like almost cried one time on stage because I wasn't in that much pain. I knew something was up. I had to do something, and once in a while I do get back shots for my back, and they work about 2 to 3 months usually. So it's this really big needle they stick in my back, and I'm gonna drink water because I'm feeling awkward and I need to hydrate. Once again, really sorry about this lighting. It's getting dark out now. I tried filming this earlier like twice and it was so bad. But yeah, we're here. So I was like, well, maybe I can get my back shot done here in Florida because I don't have a lot of money to fly home to Minnesota and fly back. And then requesting days off and getting days off and finding people to switch shifts with you, or just getting the day off is hard. And usually with the back shot, at least I need 1 full day to recover, just to make sure nothing happened or whatever. So that at least requires 2 days I would need. I was like, oh well, it's gonna suck, but I can maybe do it here in Florida and just do what I have to do. And so I called my doctor, and she said that, sorry, I keep looking the other direction. I'm just trying to think. That's how I think. Well, anyways, she told me that because of I'm in Florida, insurance might not take it. And with the Florida medical laws and stuff, their procedures and stuff are different than Minnesota. So they might not even accept me. But she can still make a request, a form explaining my situation and, telling the doctors what kind of shot I need and all that. And then try it out there. So I'm like, okay, that kind of sucks. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can update my accommodation letter. So I finally did find a leader that I felt comfortable with, and I asked him how do I update my accommodation letter, and he told me to go to the health service. I'm like, okay. So if you don't know what that is, health service is like a kind of like Disney's doctor nurse place area. What I didn't know at the time is it's a place for people who are trying to get workers' compensation. Is that the word? I think. Or people who got injured at work. So if you fell off the ladder at work, this is where you would go, and they have doctors and nurses that you can visit right on Disney property. Went there, the nurse lady or doctor lady that I talked to was super nice, and she, nicely just told me what I just told you. And she's like, we can't do anything here, but you can call your advocate, Susie. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Luckily, they did not charge me. That was free for me, so I was so happy about that because, you know, got no money, especially Disney College program, you have no money. I was so happy that was free, and then I got home and called Susie, my advocate, and I explained what happened or whatever, my situation, and then she told me that I would have to, you know, fill out the accommodation form all over again. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then by what the accommodation form says, then they will decide what to do, either changing location or role, whatever. I was in the middle of, you know, updating my form, and I just thought about it. I'm like, well, by the time I fax it to my doctors back in Minnesota, it takes about 2 to 3 days for faxing, if I'm correct. It's not instant. And it's a lot of papers. It's a thick form, so because you and your doctor have to fill it out. So it takes a while. And then by the time my doctors fax it to Disney, here, gonna take a drink because I keep saying Disney. By the time my doctors fax it to Disney, it would take about at least 6-7 days, so that's a week. And then by the time Susie gets it, might be a couple days or another week. Yeah, I don't know how busy they are. And then by the time they decide with Susie and then whoever else she has to talk to, by the time they decide what to do with me essentially, or how to accommodate me, it might be like a week or two. So that's already like 3 weeks possible of nothing happening. I was in that much pain. Like I mentioned, I took medicine. That was not helping. Every time I got home from work or even before work, I rested, pretty much bedridden, because I didn't want to, you know, irritate my back more or make it hurt more before work or after work. I try to get as much rest as I could, and like I said, 6-hour shifts I could barely even do without pain. So I was just thinking about it, and then I looked up the prices online for flight to go home, and I told myself if it was cheap, I might have to leave, and it would be the perfect timing because then at least if I go home, I have enough days and time to go with the doctors because I know it's going to be more than one visit and I need the time to do it without, you know, requesting days off work and all that. It's pretty much all a hassle. So I made the decision to obviously go back home. I'm here now. The plane ticket was dirt cheap. I could not say no to it. It was my calling. It was my sign. I was sad because it's Disney. I love Disney. It was my time to leave. I just knew it. I already did a full program, so I at least already got that full experience. That's why I was more okay with my decision to leave. And I talked to my mom and she said if I was okay with it, she's more than okay. And you know, I have to do what I have to do for my back issues. At that time too, when I made that decision, I got sick too. I had to call out a couple days. And when you call out, you get points for those. Depending on how many points you get a reprimand and then how many reprimands with points, you can get termed. Obviously, for having a certain amount of points, it goes on your work record. And obviously, if you want to work for the company, it does not look good for you and all that. I wasn't planning to work with the company after, but you never know. Like if something came up, I would have maybe said yes. I don't know. I got sick for the last 2 days. I already had some points. I'm like, I might as well just go home because I already know I'm going to have to request a day off or maybe call out again to go to the doctors or something. And I did not want to go back and forth going home to Florida a couple times. That cost money. So I'm like, I just made a decision to go home then and there. Luckily, I had Wednesday and Thursday off as my original dates. On Wednesday, I got to do everything last minute. I got to go to Cast Connections, which is an amazing store for cast members that have merchandise at very good discounts. So it's awesome. And then I went to Magic Kingdom. I got to see my favorite Mickey and Minnie Mouse once more and just have a magical experience as a guest. And then I went to Disney Springs actually for dinner time with my roommates and had a really good dinner. We went to Chicken Guy and his Guy Fieri's store. I don't know how to say his last name, to be honest. The mayor of Flavortown. Love his work and his shows. Well, anyways, we went to his place and it was awesome. It's a good chicken place and it's known for all the sauces you can get. And then I went to World of Disney. Ooh, let's drink again. So I went to World Disney. Oh, okay. Did you hear that car? So I went to World Disney. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Because at that time, Wednesday, When you self-term, that's a word of quitting. As a CP, you can either tell your leaders and or housing. Well, you have to tell housing too, obviously. But anyways, you have to hand in your blue ID, and that's what gets you your discounts. So I was thinking, and I didn't tell them I was leaving till Thursday, the day of my flight. Tuesday, I already knew I was going to be leaving, so I packed already. And then Wednesday, this is why I got to do all the fun stuff. On Wednesday, for the Disney Springs time, cheers, I wanted to use my discount one last time, and I used it also at Cast Connections, which is super nice. Even though everything's already discounted, you get your discount on top of that discount, so it's even better. So I got some goodies there, and I gotta say goodbye to some of my fellow cast members that I worked with and trained with. Sadly, I did not get to say goodbye to everyone, so if I didn't say goodbye to you guys and you're somehow seeing this, bye guys. I loved working with you guys. You were awesome. It was just hard saying goodbye to everyone because, you know, it's a big store. People are busy. I just said goodbye to whoever I could on the floor pretty much. I used my discount one last time because that I had the day off originally, so I didn't have to call out or anything. So, you know, I can still go to the store and not get, you know, punished for it or termed, which means fired, because it was my original day off. So I had a really good last day, and then on Thursday I went to housing, their like, I don't know what you call it, clubhouse thing, and I told the people working there, hey, I'm self-terming, and then I went to housing to tell them bye. Luckily they were nice about it, and I told them it was for medical reasons, and they didn't, you know, press me for any more information, which was very nice and respectful. I, you know, had to give them my housing ID and key back because obviously I'm not gonna live there anymore. And it was really awkward because my roommates weren't home at the time, so I had to leave the door latch thing open a little bit because obviously I had to get back in somehow. So luckily I had everything packed up and ready. So once I got back to my apartment, I grabbed my suitcases and I left. And by the way, it was the most expensive Lyft ride I've ever had. And they charged me for the, I don't know what to call them, tolls? Yeah, which was dumb. I mean, it makes sense because obviously tolls you have to pay. But I don't know, I just thought maybe somehow since they're with Lyft, that Lyft would pay them the toll fees, not I would have to pay for it. So it was the weirdest thing. And then my flight was delayed 2 hours, but that was fine. I had nothing to do that day anyways, so I just got to hang out at the airport. I got me a good sandwich and strawberry mojito, so I was happy actually. I enjoyed my time. I just essentially had to do what I had to do. I had to leave for myself. Currently, I saw my doctor and then I did an updated MRI. We are still in the process of figuring out what we're gonna do and all that, but at least I'm home. I have all the time in the world now. I am hopefully gonna find some part-time job here back at home because I do need the money, not gonna lie. In a way, this was a good thing for myself. I wasn't happy. I was in pain, like literally every day. I'm still in pain every day, but at least I'm at the comfort of my own house. I have more time now, so I can be more creative with YouTube. For once, I actually have YouTube video ideas to do, so I'm very excited. So make sure to stick with me. I promise you it will get better, and I will, you know, film in the daytime. Just remember to stay hydrated because it's not cool not being hydrated, especially in Florida. If you're a current CP person, drink all the water. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I do not have the wrap around it because we are not sponsored. This is a sue-free video, and sadly this is not a sponsored one. I don't make money off of this. I will still always love Disney. I'm getting Disney Plus. I'm excited. Since I'm not doing anything, it comes out in November, so I'll have all the time to watch all the Disney films. I'm sorry this lighting and quality is probably not the best, and I hope this was still enjoyable for you guys. Stick with me. Please like and subscribe. Put on the notifications for the next videos I'm very excited to do. I'm excited to make this YouTube channel bigger, better, and brighter. I don't know. Okay, well, I got most of the water bottle, so that's not bad. I can do it. Let's see if I can chug it. Whew. Sorry if you don't like sound effects. I'm not the quietest eater or drinker, so ASMR for you guys. But I just finished this whole water bottle. I'm proud of myself. So stay hydrated, have fun. Thank you for watching this video. Please give me a chance. And see you guys next time. Bye.